गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट्स। आज आपका लाइफ प्रोसेसेस का नया टॉपिक शुरू होगा, ट्रांसपोर्टेशन। सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू नो व्हाट इज ट्रांसपोर्टेशन। ट्रांसपोर्टेशन इज द मूवमेंट ऑफ मटेरियल्स फ्रॉम वन पार्ट ऑफ द बॉडी टू द अदर for, or you can say that from the region of their availability to the region of their requirement or use for storage purpose, for elimination purpose, whatsoever is. So you understand this by this example. Suppose for energy production carbohydrate is required, glucose is required, and you know that this glucose is after digestion of carbohydrate accumulated within the alimentary canal, so it must be absorbed and transported to the cell level. So the availability to the region, it means glucose is available within the alimentary canal and it must be absorbed, and after that it must be transported to the cell level where oxidation of carbohydrate takes place to release energy. This is why that transportation not only of food, nutrients, but a large number of materials are transported inside the body for metabolic activities or for performing metabolic activities so that the living things can survive or remains alive. So transportation occurs from the simple unicellular microscopic organisms to the higher organisms, the human being or the big banyan tree, etc. Now the transportation in human beings. It is carried out by a well organized system that is called circulatory system. So blood circulatory system plays an important role in transportation of taking place in human beings. Main organ of this circulatory system is heart, blood vessels, and a circulatory fluid called blood. So these things, circulatory system is made up of the main organs, that is heart, blood vessels, that is tubes which carries blood or inflowing inside the body, and the circulating fluid, that is blood, as well as the another lymph. Blood and lymph both plays or help in transportation, that is circulation. Now the blood composition and their function. So what is a blood and what is its main components and the main function? As you know that red colored fluid, and it is a connective tissue. So the color of red is due to hemoglobin, a red pigment. Hem, iron, and globin, protein. So iron and protein combine to form a compound that is called hemoglobin, and due to presence of hemoglobin the color of human being looks red. So blood is a red colored fluid, it is a connective tissues. The so it supplies nutrients, oxygen to all living cells and collects waste product. So in transportation, not only the nutrients, it also transport oxygen and CO2. Both are transported by the blood. The nature is slightly alkaline. pH of blood is about 7.4 or 5. So its nature is slightly alkaline. Now the main components of blood. There are three main components. plasma, blood cells and platelets. Plasma is the fluid part or liquid part of the blood. It means the fluid, the blood is a fluid due to the liquid part, that is due to the plasma. So the 55% volume of the blood is due to plasma, and these are the solid particles, solid blood cells and platelets. So plasma is a liquid portion, 55% of blood volume is due to plasma, and among plasma 92% water is present. So among plasma 92% water is present, and the whole volume of the blood, about 55%, is blood plasma. Blood cells are suspended within the plasma. Blood cells are, that is, blood cells or corpuscles, both are same things. There are two types of blood cells or corpuscles, that is RBC and WBC. Red blood corpuscles, white blood corpuscles. This is the short form. It is also known as erythrocyte. It is also known as leukocytes. So RBC and WBC and platelets are the solid part or portion of the blood, and these three, both RBC, WBC and platelets, are suspended within the plasma. It helps in transport of CO2 and waste product, because CO2 and other waste products are transported by this plasma. Now RBC or erythrocyte, it mainly transport O2. Oxygen is carried. As you know that hemoglobin has great affection of oxygen. So in the form of oxyhemoglobin, it is transported from the lungs, respiratory surface, to the cellular site, that is within the cell, for cellular respiration. So transport of oxygen is done with the help of blood cells, blood corpuscles, that is RBC. WBC, white blood cells, help to destroy foreign germs. Foreign germs are called antigen. Any foreign particles, that is called antigen, which enters into the body. The main function of WBC is to fight against that germs. They engulf, they destroy them by the process of phagocytosis. This phagocytosis means the foreign particles are engulfed by the WBC cells. WBC cells are of also different type: lymphocyte, neutrophil, acidophil, etc. It will be discussed later on. Here you only understand one thing about the WBC, that is, it helps in destroying the foreign germs, antigen, by the process of phagocytosis. In this way, defense mechanism system is done by the WBC, and it protects our body against many diseases, many pathogens, many germs. Now the platelets, the third main component of blood is platelets. It is also called as thrombocyte. Thrombocyte, it helps in blood clotting at the site of injury. When injury takes place, bleeding occurs. These platelets plays an important role in making clot, and due to this clot, the bleeding will be